right, it is Sunday afternoon and we are just pulling up to Boltz Auctions. This is the auction house I talk about that we like to come to check out. Today is Sunday, so it's just the preview day. We're just coming to see what's up, right?
Who pulled in?
Who pulled in? Oh. They're not even
going to continue the party now?
I know. I know. Where's your tiara? Are they even open? It says closed.
A little early.
Open the door. I feel like I'm at Goodwill. Open the door. Oh. All right, I'm going to be chatty in this little preview because they have music playing very loud. And we all know what that means. That means that the video could be demonetized. But I did want to show you guys what is coming up for auction tomorrow. Most likely, I will be one of the bidders. There's a little blow mold of Santa Claus. Kind of cute. Now this is online also, so you can really preview it online if you can't make it here. Wow, is all of this coming up tomorrow? Look at all that shiny goodness. That is very cool. Always lots of dishes. Let's see who this is. I don't recognize that pattern, which means nothing. What does that say? Made in Japan. Oh, it's Noritake. Okay. It's a very big set. I don't think that'll bring a lot. Just a guess. Peacock sun catcher, stained glass. All right, this is the stuff we're looking at. We have lots of ornaments and fun vintage stuff. So in my last video, I picked up some ornaments at Goodwill. These seem to be in much better condition. This is Santa Land. Oh, aren't they great? Beautiful, very, very fragile. How sweet are they? I've never seen pink before. I feel like I've sold the ones that had like a mesh netting on the wings. Have you seen those? I don't think they were this.
She has mesh netting.
No, different mesh than that. It was more like a wire mesh, I thought. You have seen those? Guys, this is Holt Howard. Look how sweet these are. Little cone angels. What are these stuff from the 50s or the 60s, would you say? 50s. They're in beautiful shape. The feathers are nice. Oh my gosh, look at her.
Could be really early 60s, but I would say
Beautiful. Look at that expression. I love the wand with the star. She has her back turned to us. No. That is beautiful. That one looks like this one. Yeah, I think they're older, aren't they? Maybe this is 50s and this. Her feathers are missing on her head, though. I think she had more feathers, didn't she? Those are great. Those will probably go high, but we'll see what happens. Little Santas, little bottle brush trees. I love those. If I was ever going to set up a Christmas display, I think I would include those. I always love them when I see them. Oh, look at those. What fun. We're also going to be looking at artwork to change gears. Lots of glass. I do like the still life fruit up there. We'll probably be bidding on that. That is lovely. See the nails along the canvas. Much better than Staples. 2 watercolors. Oh, those are nice. There is signature on this, so I'm going to zoom in so I can research it at home. There's a pierced plate. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's sweet. Has a crackle in the glaze to be expected. Oh, upside down. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Oh, that is great. Oh, look at that mark. How fancy is that? Oh, those are lovely. All right, so like I said, this is Boltz Auction. They're in Lancaster. See a little bit of pottery going on here. Oh, I'll never get enough of these. I love these pots. Beautiful. Little garnish forks. They have the letter B. Does anybody have a last name with B? Your forks are here. More bottle brush trees. Are these Anna Lee? I don't think this one is Anna Lee. Made in Japan. Look at that face. Adorable. Little candle choir. Okay, the problem with baskets is everyone I want, everybody knows about it, and they all want them. Look at this, gorgeous. This is an old one. Beautiful. The Eye of God right there. I like when it has the flat handle like this. Wow, these are beautifully made. Now these will come up separately most likely. But yeah, I'm gonna be bidding on those. We love a good basket. Do we love a good basket? Yes, we do. All right, because you know I want all the big things. Wow, I think that's missing glass on top, isn't it? Piece of glass goes on top of that. Look at all that carved roses goodness. That's a lovely dresser right there. Do you see any consoles for our kitchen?
No, none that would fit.
You just don't want to carry heavy
There's
furniture.
the wheel I was telling you about.
That looks like great fun. Wow. Are you allowed to touch
I
it?
used to play that wheel
You did?
at carnivals.
Oh, you're old.
Yeah.
That is very
I used
cool.
to play that.
And where did you play this? At like fire department or
At fire
something?
department carnivals.
Did you tell me that already, or I
Yeah.
just guessed that?
No, the fire department used to have one.
I wonder if this is the same one.
And you just put, I think you could put up to $2
On the table, they
on
had
the
it
table.
like a
They had
table.
the 1 through 6. And then
Wow.
if you put $2 on number 6,
Yeah.
somewhere on here there's 3 6s, and then there's singles, and I think there's only one place where there's 3 6s. So if
Okay,
that
let's
comes up,
take guesses what this is going to go
Right here.
for.
3 6s. So if that would come up and you had it on, you would win. If you had $2 on, you would win your 2 back plus 6 more.
666.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not
That's
a
the
good
mark of
number.
the beast.
How about 555?
Not a good example.
No.
All right, so what do we think this is going to go for?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm going to guess 4,500. Take a wild
I
guess.
say 2,000.
2,000.
But it's been here for a while, so
Oh,
I
it
don't know
has.
when they're selling it.
Maybe they don't have any
Maybe they
takers
did.
on it.
It's got a number. Maybe they already sold it.
I think that's just the lot number. If it was sold, I think it would say sold, right?
It's been here for a little while.
Look at the flapper thing. It's leather and wood. I bet you it makes a really cool sound. Are we allowed to touch it?
Probably not. I don't want to be buying it.
Oh my gosh. All right, in other news, we have a witch. Who makes her? I feel like this is somebody I know. Not the witch, the person who made it. That is very cool. She's not very scary looking though. I do like her spider and bone necklace. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go downstairs and see what they have down there. Wow. You cannot give this stuff away. Wardrobes, big hutches, china closets. We see so much of this. I know we always say that, but like hundreds of these things. Nobody wants the big pieces anymore unless they're made in Denmark. Then everybody wants it. All of the mid-century modern, Danish furniture. This is a lovely piece. That is really nice. I like the arched wood. We're going to go around and take a look at that. I don't know a lot about mid-century modern furniture, but when the tops are solid wood rather than the laminate, I know that's better. You always want to see furniture marked with the country of origin. Let's see if I can open this without breaking it. Don't break it. Okay, this is one panel of glass. I don't think that's as good as when it's separate panels. But again, I don't know a lot about this type of furniture. This is nice, not my favorite. If it was my favorite, it would probably be upstairs. Oh, look, it's a little pig towel holder. I don't know that you'd want to roll dough out on this top. Is this all original? I feel like it's a, oh, it might be original. I was going to say, I feel like it's more like a you know, an upcycled piece, which there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that's all original though. A little bit of artwork. I don't know if these are sold individually or this is going to be by choice. So you're bidding, and then when the bidding finishes, you get to choose one or as many and multiply what the auctioneer brought the hammer down at. Does that make sense? So say everybody's bidding and the last bid is $20 and you're the winning bidder. You get to choose one or as many as you want times 20. I hope I explained that clearly. I like this one right here. Let's pull this out. This is a watercolor. 93. That's pretty. I like that. I'll have to see what that goes for. It's very hard to be downstairs, we're in the basement right now, for the bidding and be upstairs at the same time. Some of these auctions go on at the same time. So you really have to pick and choose or put in a bid ahead of time. You can give, you know, a sealed bid, I think it's called. Some pretty frames down here. Wow, that's a nice frame. We used to have a lot more box slots, and now they're putting everything on shelves, which I like seeing it that way. I feel like it's a little more controlled. A little bit of Halloween going on, all modern. Oh, this is kind of cool. Pipe cleaner decorations. That has a little bit of age to it. I like this graphic. When Halloween things were scary, but not ghoulish. Those are really cute. Pumpkin head is cute too. Looks like paper mache. All right, I just wanted to give you guys an overview of what tomorrow's auction is going to hold.
Found you a tree top for your tree Lisa has for you. No.
Halo Angel. Look at that.
It's no, and it's silver.
Oh. Are we keeping that tree?
I don't know. That would go good on it, though.
It would go really well. I like the way she has like a little bit of a, what would you call her expression? She's a little skeptical.
Yeah.
Can I see it again?
Like, don't put me on top of the tree.
Oh, we might have to bid on her. What do you think she'd go for? I wonder.
4,500.
Sold. All right. Lots of good dustiness. Ooh, ooh, something caught my eye. Oh, look at this Santa.
I saw that.
What is he?
Made in Hong Kong.
Okay, so what year is Hong Kong? 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Is it a wind-up? And he would dance around, I think, but his wind-up is not working? Or maybe he's not a wind-up.
I'm not sure.
Unless there's a magnet in here, and he was underneath like a table, and you used a magnet, and he's... Oh, I heard a note, a music note. He's seen better days. Oh. One more
Thinking
time.
about it.
Yeah.
Couple nice brass deer in there.
Yeah, they're okay. They really have to be something. I'm not crazy about these. I've seen these before. I don't like the spottedness all over. It's a fawn, right?
Another one.
Yeah. You have to buy the whole box.
Probably.
They stick it in with stuff you don't want. Take our junk.
Look at this Santa.
I don't think that's a Santa. I think that
That's not a
is,
Santa.
who is that? That's the god of the wind, not the god of,
yeah.
you know. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. I just looked at it close. I thought it was.
All right, leave a comment down below if you know who this is. That is very cool. We have a peacock set of lamps up there.
The Wizard of Oz, Pez.
Has, oh, it still has the candy. Bet you that's yummy. Mad magazines. Do you remember Mad magazines? They were so strange. Sorry for all of you that loved Mad magazines. Look at that frog. Is that a cement frog?
No.
Now it's light. Okay. I liked it better when it was heavy in my imagination. Oh, what are these? What are these? Oh, do you see it? Do you see it? Little pictures. Yeah. What are the little ones? We want the hand-painted stuff. Give us all the original art. Oh, these are sweet. These have little birds on them. Little bamboo frames. They are older. And test trucks, honey. How do we feel about those? Tollware trays, which I can't give away. Oh, who is this? Is this ceramic? I think it's ceramic. This isn't wood, is it? It looks like wood, but I don't think that's wood. All right, let's pull it out gently and see what it says. Treenware. I don't know that name, Treenware. It's the brand name. Have you sold that before?
No.
But he's ceramic, right? Or is that
Made
wood?
in USA.
Is he wood?
I think it is wood.
Really?
I think so.
I'll look him up. And it's a pig? That's not a pig, because look at the feet. The feet are rabbit feet. What animal is that? Oh, look at the tail. It's a pig that's sneaking around. He's a sneaky pig.
Sure looks like a pig. The nose.
But it looks like a dog. I mean, what pig, I don't know, walks around like that unless he's just sitting in the mud. I might have to bid on him. Ooh, those are pretty.
Cool.
Yeah.
That one.
Wow, I've never seen those. There are the boxes. What name is on the box?
Glass Eye Studio.
It's embroidered. That's really cool. All right, I almost like those. Almost. Not quite. Is that Sylvester? And he's part of a clock that broke? Is he broken? Tweety Bird phone. All right, guys, so that is the overview, and hopefully I'll bring you to the auction a little bit and let you know what we won, if anything. Did you win something last time?
Two clamps.
2 clamps.
That's it.
You big spender,
2
you.
bar clamps. Look at all the Penn State stuff.
You want that.
It's a whole tray of Penn State.
Do you want it? You want to take it out and look at it?
No.
No. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen Lavender Clothesline. And if you're new to my channel, welcome in. I ask that you hit the like and subscribe button even before we get started, because today's video is a really good one. So as many of you know, I have been selling full-time to support myself, fully support myself for about 13 years. Now the first year or two, I probably made a little bit under what I needed, but I'm still going to call it full-time support because my bills were quite low. All right, having said all of that, there are many sources that I use to procure my inventory. Is procure even a word? I think that's what I'm trying to say. So as many of my videos show, I go into thrift stores, my main one being Goodwill, but I also go to auctions and flea markets, yard sales, vintage booths, antique centers. I buy private closets, and I wanted to share this video with you to show you how I am sourcing from auction houses. Quite a few of you have sent emails and comments that you would love to see and hear more about how I buy at auctions. I do use online auction sites, but more so, I go to local auctions. These are auctions where you can go in ahead of time and preview what is coming up on the auction block, and then you attend the auction, which is great fun. I meet friends there, and this auction house actually serves food. So you can look at everything that is coming up on the auction block. You can run comps on it to see what you feel you should be paying because you're going to be a reseller, and you can also grab something to eat and bid on the items. It is great fun. So I'm going to give you a little video of what the auction for the one that I went to last night looks like. I went to the preview on Sunday with Roger, and then we both attended last night, and I won some different stuff than I thought I'd be bidding on. Now, I did bid on my complete list. I always prepare myself and make a list for what items I really want to press into, and some of those items went crazy high, and I have very good discipline. I don't bid over what I feel is my top number. There were also items that I didn't plan on bidding on, and they went high, and then other items were really low, and I was shocked. I'm going to get the first one and give you an example. Okay, hopefully if I hold it this way, you will be able to see this gorgeous original watercolor. This is a watercolor, all hand done, signed by the artist right here, 1983 it says. And are you ready for what I paid for this? $2. $2. I was just like grabbing it so quick. Now, when you're at the auction, you also pay a buyer's premium, 12%. And if you don't have a reseller's tax ID number, then you're paying tax on it. And for my own purposes, I choose not to have a sales tax number. I don't want to have to report sales tax and all of that. I rather just absorb the cost. I think it's 6% here in Pennsylvania on hard goods. But look at this thing, $2. So in today's video, we're going to talk about auctions, and I'm going to show you what I have on the table behind me. Now, there are a few Goodwill items mixed in because I picked these up yesterday before the auction, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm getting. All right, grab yourself something to drink. It's going to be a great video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's see what I won at the auction. So collectively, by the end of the night, my bill came to just slightly over $250. This included the buyer's premium and the tax. And like I said, this is a great way to source. You can go ahead of time and really look at what is being offered. When you go to a thrift store or a yard sale, almost always, you don't know what you're going to find. It is a treasure hunt every time. But in an auction, it really leads to an educated purchase, in my opinion, unless you have no self-control, and then you don't know what you're going to wind up with. But in general, when you attend a local auction, it is very relaxing because you're basically just sitting there and having items brought before you, which I love. You're getting to talk to friends and hang out. It's a good time, so it's also part of my social scene. And in the end, the items that you come home with are items that you were able to research ahead of time. Everyone knows when you are in a good thrift store and new items are coming out onto the floor, there is usually high competition to get those items, other resellers in the house or just collectors. So you're doing more of like going up and down the aisles quickly, you're kind of grabbing things quickly, you're not quite sure when you put something in the cart, if you haven't done research, what the value is. Even after this many years of sourcing, when I am in a thrift store, I still most times have to use eBay comps. If you're new to the saying eBay comps, that means that you're checking on eBay what the recent solds and the sell-through rate of that item is. So let's say you go into a big Goodwill and there's something you really like, a blue vase, and you pick it up and there's no marking. You have to take the item right away and start looking it up before you get to the cash register with it. But in a local auction, it is just wonderful. I went on Sunday with Roger, like I said, and I made a list of what really caught my eye. I think I had about 15 items on the list, things that I knew I really wanted, and I did do research. So when those things came up on the auction block, I was not tempted to bid over what I knew I could sell them for. It's a very educated buy. All right, let's take a look at what I picked up and see what you think of how I did at the auction. Now, the watercolor that I was showing you, original artwork, unless you find an artist that has other items, that sold, that realized a sold price, it might be a little bit hard to tell what the item is worth. I generally go by what types of artwork is trending, because that's a very big help to me to know that an item is desired. But I also look at the talent of the artist. There is no way I think the average person could paint a scene like this. It is just beautiful. And on the back, there is an inscription to Bob from Mom. Happy birthday. So I guess Bob's birthday is on February 4th, 1993. Well, I'm sure his birthday is every year, but isn't this gorgeous? And it is signed McCarthy. I think it says McCarthy or McCartney. I think McCartney, 1993. Just beautiful. So a painting like this, I didn't even do a comp. I did not do research on this. And like I said, I was thrilled. Now, I won the whole shelf of art. There were 4 pieces altogether. There was the one that I wanted and 3 others. The 2 others were home interiors prints, and I didn't want them. I don't know if I caught those on film. If I did, I'll make note of it for you. And I wound up giving the 3 other pieces to another buyer in the audience who was just thrilled. I think this is not only a kind thing to do if I don't want those pieces, but it also builds good relationships for the future. I love getting to know everybody, not only because I love a lot of friends and I'm very social, but also because I think it might help somebody else out if they do sell that kind of item. And it also, like I said, builds a future relationship of maybe doing some business. All right, so this is item number 1, a watercolor painting. Even goes nice with my sweater. A watercolor painting for $2. On the other end of the spectrum, I did win this beautiful painting. Now, I did not pay $2 for this. That can be for sure. This is gorgeous. I think this might be from the late 1800s. This is the back of it. You can see all of that dust and vintage antique dirt on the back. I will probably gently wipe that with a soft cloth. I won't do a lot to this painting. It is an unframed canvas, and I'm going to show you again. I think in the preview I did catch it, and I said, look at those old nails. I love when I see that the canvas has been nailed to a wood frame. Just beautiful, very dark and moody. This is stunning. And this one is signed down here. I believe it says 1927. I'm gonna have to use a magnifying glass for it, and I paid $110 for it. I'm pretty sure, I feel confident I can get over $200 for it. But at the end of the day, this was a love purchase. Not that I go around buying everything I love, I don't, but I feel like I've developed a good eye that when I fall in love with something, there will be quite a buyer base who feels the same way. So just stunningly beautiful, still life, oil on canvas. The next few items that I want to talk about were a few items I did not win, and I was shocked at what these items brought. So the first set of items were the pink Holt Howard feathered angels, and I knew that they would do well. When I comped them on eBay ahead of time, generally I was seeing the price of about $40 to $60 an angel, and there were 6 of them on the tray. One of them was more of a paper mache look, and the other 5 were ceramic, but they were beautiful. They were feathered in this beautiful pink color, and I thought, okay, my top bid, $225 would be the ceiling of where I would bid. Well, I got blown out of the water. Those 6 angels on the tray brought $550. What? I don't know what that buyer was seeing, what that person bidding was seeing, whether they just got carried away. $550 for little tiny pink angels, and I did not see that kind of price realized anywhere on the internet. So maybe I missed something, but for my own general knowledge or lack of knowledge, I need to count on comps, WorthPoint, Terapeak, eBay, to tell what I should pay for an item if I don't have a lot of knowledge about that item, which you guys know, in most cases, I don't have a lot of knowledge. Also, the white feathered angels brought, I think, $450, same buyer. So between the two sets of angels, over $1,000, because the buyer's premium was going to be $100 added on to that. I would never spend that kind of money unless I had a surety that I either had a buyer who was locked in, you know, a buyer ahead of time, or I knew that the sell-through rate was very high and guaranteed that I would get that kind of money. What else did I not win? There were a few items. So the feathered angels were one. A couple of the crystal lamps I did not win, but I'm going to grab the pair I did win that I didn't even plan on buying. Okay, so here they are in all of their glory. These things are heavy. The crystals are just spectacular. Crystals, not plastic. They are wired, they are electric, and the cord is quite old. The cord is one of the wrapped cords, the cloth wrapped cords, and as you can see, we definitely need to have these rewired. But I found these spectacular. Now, like I said, there were quite a few crystal lamps and candle holders, and I tried as best as I could very carefully to look at the crystals, because that's the first thing you want to do. If you purchase items like this and a lot of the crystals are chipped or cracked, it brings the value down dramatically. And while I do keep a lot of crystals on hand, like extras, I did not have, the amount that this would need if there was a lot of breakage. So I did get these. Are you ready for this? $50. That's $25. If I saw this in a thrift store, I would have grabbed that in a hot minute for $25. Again, I did pay buyer's premium, but the whole bill was $250. And wait till you see the rest of the stuff that I got. It was a crazy good night. I think it did show how excited I was when I filmed the preview for this next item or two items. I thought these baskets would come up separately. So here they are here, very primitive, gorgeous hand woven baskets. You guys know me, I love a good basket. I'm going to put this down and talk about the first one. Twisted handle, nice big size, good condition. As you know, in many of my videos, when I'm looking at clothing and it is a wool item, I hold wool up to the light to see if there are any moth holes or damage. It really helps me know the condition of my item. And I do the same thing with baskets to see how the weaving is. So I will hold this up to a sunny window or to an electric light just to see what we're talking, because with baskets, it's very easy to miss the damage. Now this one might have it has a few cobwebs, that's for sure. A couple of breaks. I don't even know if this is a break. It looks like where the end was put in. But is this not a gorgeous gathering basket? I guess it could be an egg basket. Beautiful design. Very happy with this big one. And this was only half of the lot that came up. They brought them up on the auction block together. So that is item number one. If you guys remember recently, I brought you to Renegers Outdoor, I'm going to call it a flea market with higher end things. And there was a gentleman selling a basket like this, quite similar. And I think he wanted over $100 for it. So keep that in mind when I show you the little basket that I got with it. It's not really that little. It's almost like a melon shape. So pretty. And I love this one because it has the split wood handle. I always prefer that over a twisted handle. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This is great for primitive, for farmhouse. I will be selling both of these on eBay. It's got real age to it. Are you ready for the two baskets? $35 for both. I was like looking around like this, like I didn't even want to look at Roger when we heard the auctioneer, like, starting out with $5, $7. And let me just say, Boltz Auction, I have no affiliation with them, but they do a great job. You can fully understand what the auctioneer is saying. Because many times I go to an auction and it's a little nerve-wracking because they're doing that auctionee's talk and I don't know what they're saying. I'm always afraid to raise my number, like thinking I've made a mistake. But at Boltz, the people that do the actual auctioneering, the auctioneers, are great. They are very easy to understand. Like I said, they serve food. One of the women cooks, so you can get, like, last night they had cheesy potatoes and they had hamburger barbecue, roast beef sandwiches. Of course, Roger had his plate full. I brought fruit. What else did I eat? Because I was too busy. I can't eat when I'm bidding. But down a rabbit hole we went. Yeah, I'm just thrilled with these. $35. So all in all, you figure plus the 12%, plus the tax, so worth it, so worth it, so happy with these. So I actually have my paper of notes, the notes I made before I went to the auction. This was in between the preview on Sunday from 3 to 5 o'clock, and then I got to the auction house yesterday, Monday, probably about 2 o'clock. I like to get there early to secure our seating. You want a good seat. I find that if there's going to be high competition for the items I want, I sit further back in the audience. This way I can keep an eye on who else is bidding and who my competition is. Last night I kind of sat in the middle because it felt like more buyers were there for the Christmas items. They had a ton of vintage Christmas items. Beautiful, just beautiful. My girlfriend Stephanie was in the house. She won a few things. But the people that really wanted the Christmas stuff, I feel overpaid for it. One of the items, or the lots, I should say, was a group of, I think there was Shiny Bright ornaments. Could have been Shiny Bright Santa Land. I actually made note of it. There were 2 boxes. I felt that each box shouldn't go higher than 50. I might have been able to get about 80 because they were the indented ornaments. Some of the vintage glass ornaments will have different names to them, and the indented ones are very popular. I'll try to include a screenshot here so you can see what I'm talking about. But the people that won the Christmas stuff, I feel overpaid greatly. Maybe I'm just cheap. I don't know. I get used to thrift store and yard sale prices when I come into an auction house. I mean, I do have the capital to spend, but I don't like to unwisely spend. Okay, so the Santa Land boxed ornaments went for $400. $400. I don't know how anybody's going to make money on that. It could have been for a personal collection. I told you about the angels. What else? The knee hugger Santa. There were some knee hugger Santas. Those went into the hundreds. And I'm trying to see the Noma angel that Roger and I found downstairs in the basement part of the auction house. We were thinking of getting for the silver tree that my daughter Lisa has saved for us. I think I'm going to be selling the tree. You guys know me. I sell everything. Roger's fine with that too. We love a good sale. And the things that we truly love, we price high usually. We keep it for a little while, then we bring down the price to where it should be, and it sells quickly. So it gives you that opportunity to enjoy something. Now, there are things around my house that I have kept, but they're few and far between. I can't even think of any off the top of my head. So the Noma Angel tree topper, to get back to that subject, I can get one of those online for like $15. The last thing that I wanted to talk about were the Glass Eye Studio paperweights. I'm hoping I caught these in the film, in the preview. I expected those to go for, what was I willing to pay? I think I was willing to pay about $50 per piece, and I think there were 6 of them. $850. $850 for 6 paperweights. Crazy. So Roger was downstairs in that bidding, and I was upstairs. Sometimes 2 auctions are going on at the same time, so you have to divide and conquer, and we text each other constantly. I also saw some rugs on the floor. Those went too high. But the next item, I didn't plan on buying again, but I knew that I wanted them, so I'm going to show you those. All right, so here is the next lot that I did bid on and won for $15. These are gorgeous brown, primitive mixing bowls or dough bowls. Now, a lot of times these don't bring a lot of money. I don't know if the solid ones ever bring a lot of money, a lot meaning over $100. I know the striped mixing bowls or dough bowls can do very well. I see the brown ones in McCoy, Red Wing. There are a couple of companies that made these bowls. Now, this set is unmarked, but for $15, that's an average of $5 a bowl, and I know for a fact that I can double or triple my money on these. Now, most times when I'm looking for items to buy, to sell on eBay, I am looking to 5 times my money. Now, that sounds greedy or sounds like I want to make too much, but after you pay all of the eBay fees, and it's your time and your gas and your income tax, you want to make sure that you're leaving yourself very good profit after all of the work and effort that you're putting into it. But at $5 a bowl, I thought these were spectacular, especially because we still have the farmhouse, the primitive, the homesteading decor styles. Even if people are not living those lifestyles, they're not baking sourdough bread, many people want that aesthetic in their home. It's funny that sometimes like Victorian style, shabby chic, very ornate, Hollywood Regency is all the thing, but I see a lot of sales in those categories that I just mentioned, the homesteading, the primitive, the farmhouse, more and more, especially on my site. Brown pottery has always been my #1 color not to really gravitate towards. But these mixing bowls, I do very well with these. Now, these are not branded. This is what the bottom looks like. They're in very nice shape, very heavy bowls. $5 for this bowl, $5 for this bowl, and $5 for this large bowl. Just gorgeous. All right, so I think we're going to end the auction part of it here. I did get a few small pieces, nothing of note. We're going to go right on to the Goodwill items that I found yesterday. So I got up early, got my shipping done, got ready, ran out to Goodwill, did some sourcing there, probably left there about 12, came home, did a few more responsibilities, got ready to go to the auction, packed my fruit and my list and all of the things, and I was at the auction by 2:15. It was a great day. Let's take a look at what I got at Goodwill yesterday. Okay, so the first item that I found in Goodwill that I want to talk about, pre-pasted border wallpaper. This is by the company York. York is one of my favorite brands to find in wallpaper. I think it has a very good following on eBay. It's also a nice quality paper, and I paid $1.99 a roll and I got 5 rolls. So collectively I paid $10 for this. And I'm thinking each roll, now I'm going to try to sell it together as a lot, but each roll, if I sold them separately, would bring about $8 to $12 a roll. So you think, well, that's not a very high profit. If you times it by 5 and you give a little discount for a unit price, you know you bought in at 10. So let's say I got $7 a roll. That would be turning 10 into 35. And I'm okay with that margin, especially for something that has very little work. Rolls of wallpaper are the easiest thing to ship. Now, if I have the long rolls, many times I put those rolls of wallpaper inside an empty cardboard tube that I get from the middle of my bubble wrap. I save those round tubes and it becomes my box. So even with this, I could probably put 3 in one tube and 2 in another. And then I just stuff the ends of the tube with a piece of bubble wrap and slip them inside a poly mailer because the cardboard tube becomes my box. So what I'm trying to say is I'm okay turning 10 into 35 or 40 because there's no work involved, very little work. When you become an eBay seller and you really want to get to a higher level, time is everything. Time is everything in life. You can't buy more time. I mean, you can buy employees' help, but because I do this out of my house and I don't want to bring employees in, I had to realize very early on in the game that anywhere I could cut time and save myself time is definitely a win for me and worth having a smaller margin. So I'm going to say the 5 will turn into 35, and at $1.99, absolutely yes. Plus it's a really pretty print. Really beautiful. All right, let's look at item number 2. Switching gears, 180, here we go. Look at this beautiful, I don't know if it's beautiful, display piece. On the back, it says not for sale. So somebody used this in their gift store to display either candles or figurines that go with Dragon Realm. I think it was probably for the characters of the game. And I thought, wow, somebody who loves that game is going to want this. I think this is amazing. $4 I paid for it. Even if you don't have Dragon Realm figurines or you don't play this game, I think this time of year this will do well. Probably going to put this on eBay. I was thinking about putting it in the booth, but the chances of somebody who plays the game wanting this, I'm going to really have to take a look. I think this game was more popular a while ago than it is now. But then again, I really don't play Dragon Realm, so there's that. I might not know. I'm going to have to do a little research of where to list it. But for $4, when I see something like this, it's absolutely yes all day long. All right, so in this part of the video, this is where I ask for your help. You guys are such a big help. When I ask you to leave me a comment because I don't have knowledge of something and you guys have a ton of knowledge, you guys always step up to the plate. So thank you ahead of time. A seashell. Now, I'm from Long Island, and I collected, I know, I said the word collected, shells there for a while. Not a lot of them, but I did have a shell collection because I love seashells. And I saw this one sitting on the shelf. And you know what I was saying, please don't be broken, please don't be broken. And it wasn't. This thing is in gorgeous condition. I forget the name of this shell, and I'm wondering if you guys know what species this is, what name goes with this shell. What did I pay? $4 for it. I thought that was a great deal. And have I sold seashells before? Yeah, a few. I've probably sold hundreds of shells. My dream job is to be a beachcomber who's also a YouTuber who collects shells and finds shells and then sells them on eBay. So I'm only selling shells. I'm only filming like the shells that are washing up in the shore. And yeah, I'm just hanging out at the beach all day. Wouldn't that be a great job? And the last item we're going to end with, because I was only in Goodwill for a little while, I don't think I got anything else. I think it's just what I'm showing you. Cat Mom. Because a couple of videos ago, I picked up a mug, Cat Dad, and it sold through very quickly. And I could hear all of you guys shouting at me, get the Cat Mom mug. So here it is. Really nice condition, no marking on the bottom. I think the Cat Dad mug I found had a branding. I don't remember what it is, but there she is, really nice. All right, guys, that is the video for today. I really want to be able to share with you, for those of you who don't have good thrift stores, which is such a comment I hear in every video, that there are so many ways to source. You don't have to only lock into shopping at thrift stores. There are yard sales and estate sales, auction houses, online auctions. Where else? Discount stores. You guys know I bring you to the outlets. I source from different outlets in my areas. And where there's a will, there's a way. So if you have a local auction by you, you might want to go online and see what they're selling. All right, love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours.